Alright, Shalom. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone of Real Well, and salutations to the Akim around the world that pushes truth and sincerity. I'd like to touch on a short topic here concerning don't abuse your grace, because sometimes spirit of pride could fall upon a man and cause him to think that he could get away with a lot of stuff because he has do the Most High work, but that is not how it is work. You see, even with Moses was even one of his favorites back in the days, and Moses used to get punished also for things that he do, and in a big way also, because sometimes even his favorites is how to get punished to be an example unto others. So don't assume to yourself that because you might be have a good relationship with the Most High, a real one, not ones that these people out here does be doing what they want and assume them and the Most High on good settings. Because you have a good relationship with the Most High, that means that you could go around abusing your grace. That is not a wise thing to do. Say Romans 9 verse 15, it say, for he said to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. Now we know that the hopeful elect will receive a lot of mercy and compassion, but it's also not something to abuse because it does have punishments for tempting the Lord. You see, the Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, the book of Sirach 5, or start from 4, it says, say not, I have sinned, and what harm had happened unto me? For the Lord is long suffering, he will in no wise let thee go, because the Most High have all the time in the world to punish you. Don't feel because something don't happen to you instantly, that don't mean that you wouldn't face a judgment for wrongdoing. Always remember that. Say concerning propitiation, right? I look up that road. Propitiation. Alright. It means the act of propitiating, conciliation. Alright, something that propitiates. Now you look at the word propitiates. To make favorable, inclined, appease, right? So you look at the origins to get a better example. It's the first time I see such terrible examples from my dictionary. Right, to appease. Alright, to make favorable, inclined. Favorably inclined. Alright? To appease or make favorably inclined. It say concerning propitiation, it say be not without fear to add sin to sin. And say not, his mercy is great, he will be pacified for the multitude of my sins. For mercy and wrath come from him, and his indignation resteth upon sinners. So you're not supposed to be thinking to yourself that hey, you could do shippiness and you'll get away with it because his mercy endureth forever. That is a very bad practice to have. It say make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day, which is something that people just do, which is also called slothfulness. They just put off things day to day, and they just take the Most High grace for granted. It say, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed, and perish in the day of vengeance. which is exactly what, like for example, the people out here does do. They just put off and put off because they say Lord not coming right now, and they'll keep putting it off until eventually He'll come upon them suddenly and destroy them. We have any knowledge, not supposed to be thinking like this. We're not supposed to be abusing with grace. We're not supposed to be taking these things for granted, because the Most High, seeing this, He will avenge your pride. Because if you want to tell, if you come like you want to tell your Creator that you don't need to listen to Him right now, that is being proud. If your children do something like that, you'll bust them up. So imagine for the Most High, who does control every step you make. You feel He cool with that? It said in Deuteronomy 6 verse 16, it say, "Ye shall not tempt the Lord your God, as ye tempted him in Mesa." Because Israel always used to tempt the Most High right through, which is not something you're supposed to do because it's written in the law. So don't always tell yourself that hey, you could wanna do what you want and the Most High will forgive you. All those things fall into the category of tempting the Lord. And if you're doing things like that, instead of being humble, He will punish you or destroy you for doing so. So these are things to always keep in mind. Never take these things for granted. And always try to be as humble as possible, because Satan always looking for different ways to up your mind and make you be proud, just so he could come and bust you up after. You understand? So with that, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and salutations to the Akim around the world that pushes truth and sincerity. Shalom.